The Emir of Kano, Sanusi Lamido, has cried out how Fulani have suffered heavy attacks, isolating. They suffered isolation. They suffered, killing, and they are heavily attacked. That is exactly what this Emir has said. And in what context did he say this? The 16th Emir of Kano, Muhammadu Sanusi too, has expressed his readiness to intervene in the Fulani crisis in the country to provide a permanent solution to the problems. Speaking while receiving the leadership of a Fulani group, Tapita Pulaku Njode Jam, Nigeria, on Tuesday in his palace, led by Modobio Jada, said it was high time for the government to provide a permanent solution to the Fulani crisis in the country. He said, but this can be done only if the federal government will give me full support to achieve my mission, because they have the might and what it takes to make my strategic work, while I will provide the ideas and the methodologies of how to go about it. Note that Fulanis in Nigeria have suffered heavy attacks, isolation, killing, and destruction, and the rustling of their cows. These rejections indeed were carried all across the country, and something needs to be done to arrest the situation. However, it is not untrue that there are some bad eggs amongst the Fulani who have thrown the good names of the people into the trash and subjected them to what they are suffering today. This is the time that the government, together with us, will have a permanent solution to the crisis, more specifically between them and the farmers, and also where they are suspected to be carrying out other crimes. I, on my own, am ready to help the government achieve the desired mission of having peace and prosperity among the Fulanis and indeed other Nigerians. Their suffering should stop. I believe together we will do it. Speaking, the leader of the Fulani group, Madibo Jada, said they were at the palace to extend their hands of allegiance to the Emir for his second return as their leader, who was appointed long ago by the Lamido of Adamawa. He says, our members are mainly in the bushes, and if today I asked only one youth wing of our group to come here, this palace would be too small for us. We have members all across 36 states of Nigeria, Jada explained. He said they believe that Emir Sanusi has what it takes to correct their battered names and set the record straight of who they are and their contributions to the socio-economic development of the country. Wetin Fulani people or Fulani Herdsmen, wetin they contribute? Well, like I always say, we have a good people all over the place. We have a bad people all over the place. But the unfortunate thing is that the bad people are the one who always showcase themselves. They want to be seen, and the good people always try to be quiet. And that is exactly what these guys are suffering. But in a larger scale, majority of them are causing problems everywhere. That does not mean we don't have good people, and I'm sure the good ones are the ones that are not suffering this, reaping the consequences of the actions of the bad ones. They are the one suffering it, and they are the ones paying for that. But we should not take the fact away that these guys are something else. How can people, because all over, just like they said, they have their members in all the 36 states of the country, and every area, every state, saying the same thing. Their way of operation, or the way they operate, is almost the same everywhere across board. So that is why people are like, it's like there's an agenda. So if there's anything Sanusi is going to do, because like what they say, what is good for the good, the goose is good for the ganders as well. So in as much you are talking about those who are suffering, then you should be able to tackle the issue of those who go to other people's area, go to other people's village and causing mayhem. And at the end of the day, the government is always on their side. How many times have you heard that they have arrested the Fulani Herdsmen and they are in custody and what have you? No, during the Buhari's time, it was just so glaring that you could see that the government of Buhari was just in their favor across board. You dare not arrest them. Even Tinubu said it's going to continue from where Buhari stops, and that is what we are seeing. How many of them have been arrested? How many of them have been arrested? But the only thing is that their actions or their activities or their wicked or whatever they are always unleashing on the people it has reduced, unlike when Buhari was there. But they are still operating in other places. So what I expect the emir to say, of course, he tried to be more a bit politically correct, that that does not take the fact away that there's some of the Fulani herdsmen are causing mayhem all over the place. Yes, they have bad eggs, so we don't just, but the way and manner at which he portrayed them from the beginning, it seemed as if people were just trying to tell, to say that uh, they are not bad people. Fulanis are doing all manner of things. Fulanis are buying Fulanis. What are you talking about, Emir Sanusi? No right-thinking person we associate with these people. Please, Emir, take it from here and know what to do. Because these Fulani people, they are something else. His Royal Highness is just looking for relevance from the government. Otherwise, how can he make these baseless claims about Fulanis? Sincerely speaking, there's no justification for Fulanis to held Nigeria and Nigerians to ransom. However, the most worst part of it is all their evils, devilish, and ended up on poor and helpless citizens. So use another narrative in order to get relevance, acceptance. Please, Emir, you are highly educated and we have good respect for you, and you can hold a town hall meeting with the Fulani heads who would as well go down to the grassroots. This will go a long way solving the insecurity in the northern region of this country without bringing the president into it. Yes, there's a way you can do that, because by the time you hear now, it will now involve money. Tell people to stop doing this evil, to stop committing atrocities. It does not need anything. Just like somebody said, you can go and have meeting with them and let them stop this whole thing. You hypocritical faces, who bewitch you to make that statement? Or are you saying this statement is ironically, are you saying this ironically, or are you telling me that it's not the Fulani that is buying people? Then who? Your full soldiers, your boys executing your mission of expansion. The emir is a con or whatever it is, a sympathizer of the group. He is also a malam. What do you expect? That is true, but killing so far in the country has no boundaries. Until we stop giving it ethno-religious explanations, we fail to deal with common enemies. Hypocrites everywhere. Having admitted to the bad eggs and the best speakables or escades, the emir offers that I on my own am ready to help the government achieve the desired mission of having peace and prosperity among the Fulanis and indeed other Nigerians. Their suffering should stop. I believe together we will do it. We hopefully present the workable framework for mutually beneficial resolution of the lingering terrorism and boundary for which the bad eggs are responsible. Let the emirs do the needful. All these questions people are asking Fulani in this platform, APC government of Nigeria and their followers must answer the question. They must answer it now or ever. Let the North establish ranches for their Fulani herdsmen. The South will not continue to allow them occupy our forest. One thing is that all these programs that they've outlined, this they talk about a livestock ministry. What has that got to do? Because this emir is saying that he will see what he's going to do with the government to be able to achieve what all these program that they have created. Why are all these things not helped this whole matter in the first place? And I think Tinubu also tried to establish that all the states should give them this thing. I know that is not going to fly, and nobody's even saying anything concerning that. A Fulani person Buhari disastrous administration brought this problem deliberately to the country. The Jonathan government didn't even experience such. You as a governor of Central Bank didn't even know such. This is a testimony that you people are Nigeria's problem and would have been solved while a Fulani president was there. Why didn't you make the effort at that time? Doing the right thing at the wrong time. Very unfortunate. Ever since Buhari came to power, Nigeria have not known peace. Wow. So guys, let's say your own take concerning the statement made by Emir Sanusi.